Okay, so we are doing milestone planning. And this question, the first thing we should do is plot a timeline. So starting from, we are standing in, assuming that we are standing in beginning of 2025, and we need to make deposits from 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29, isn't it? And then make payments in 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34. Isn't that your problem? Agree? Now, this part here, this part is your requirement portion. This is what defines your financial requirement. So in this example, the financial requirement is a payment of 5 lakh rupees every year, starting from 30 until end of 34. And we need to plan for that. So that is also a milestone. That's why I call this as milestone planning, because we are planning for, I'm planning for my daughter who's currently wanting to do an integrated MBA course. And that course I'll have to make fees payment. So I need to set aside some money so that I'm able to finance her education with seamless ease. That is the whole context. And this part here, starting from 25 to 29, this becomes your planning phase. जिसको हम planning बोलते हैं, या setting aside the money, or what, building your corpus. It is also called as a building phase. Now, the first step you need to do is find out, in this case, at this point, end of 29, we need to find out how much money should be there in your account as of end of 29, so that the payments can be made from that corpus till from 30 to 34. तो सबसे पहले हमें इस डेट पे कितना इकट्ठा होना चाहिए इस कॉर्पस में. How much should be deposited in this corpus till end of 29, so that this corpus is able to feed the payments from 30 to 34. This is your story in a gist. Now, I would always want to come back in time. जिसमें थोड़ा सा back calculation करना पड़ेगा. Now, if you look at the screen, what is happening is 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. ये चार payments हैं. And I need to find out the present value of all these payments as of end of 29. Remember, whenever you are finding out PVA, present value of annuity, अगर आपकी annuity अगले साल से शुरू हो रही है, तो PVA will help you with that number as of today. एक साल पहले का करता है हमेशा. So अगर मेरी पेमेंट 30 से स्टार्ट हो रही, 30, 31, my first payment is end of 30. So if I have to find out the present value of annuity, it will be as of end of 29. Please remember that. Okay, that's basics. So I will first find out my PVA with the formula that I told you. So PVA will be what? Formula annuity value. What is the annuity value? 5 lakh rupees per year into 1 minus 1 by 1 plus R. The bank is giving 8% return to the power of 5 years of payment. The whole thing divided by 8%. So the present value of annuity comes out to be 19,96,355. Am I right? Now you can also find out, if you're not comfortable using the formula, which is natural because you people are in that phase of your life where you don't need, where it's kind of silly to ask you to remember formulas. You can also use a function in Excel which will give you the same result. The function is called as the PV function, present value. So if I use the PV function is equal to PV bracket open, सबसे पहले वो आपसे पूछ रहा है rate. What should I mention as the rate? 8%, comma, N per. N per is the number of periods in your requirement phase. 5 years, comma, PMT. PMT is your annuity payment. 5 lakhs. In fact, I will put minus 5 lakhs. Why minus 5 lakhs? Because I'm paying 5 lakhs. That's a cash outflow. इसीलिए minus 5 lakhs. फ्यूचर वैल्यू क्या होगी उसकी? 0 होगी. एक बार मैंने उस अकाउंट से 5 लाख हर साल 5 लाख पे कर दिया, मेरी डॉटर की फीस फाइनेंस हो गई, कोर्स फाइनेंस हो गया, उसके बाद उसमें कुछ नहीं बचेगा. And I'm assuming end of the year payments, right? So what's the value that I get? Same value, 1996,355. So चाहे आप फॉर्मूला यूज करें या आप पीवी फंक्शन यूज करें, वैल्यू आपको वही आएगी. Which means that in my kitty, which is this part here, in my kitty, here, I should have this value in my kitty end of 2029. ये वाली वैल्यू इस कॉर्पस में मेरे को चाहिए as of end of 2029. Then only I will be able to pay 5 lakhs per year from this kitty for my daughter. Now, mind you, where am I standing? I am not standing in 29. I am standing on 1st of January 25. And I am still in the planning phase. I am not even reached the requirement phase. The requirement phase is going to come 5 years later. So ये जो वैल्यू अभी हमने निकाली वो एक्चुअली मेरे लिए क्या बन गई? फ्यूचर वैल्यू ऑफ एन्युटी. So as he rightly said, he was absolutely spot on. So future value of annuity is what value? This value. And this is equal to this formula that I mentioned, A into 1 plus R, which is 8% to the power of 5 minus 1, A into 1 plus R to the power of N minus 1 divided by R, which is 8%. So what is A? Hence, A is equal to this value divided by this value, which is, you are right. You are right. Very good. 340 you said, no? Fantastic. 3,40,291.6. That should be your answer. 3,40,292. ये पैसा जमा होना चाहिए हर साल. आप सोचो, आपको 3,40,000 रुपए जमा करने हैं आज 25 से लेकर के 29 तक. आप अपनी डॉटर की 5 लाख रुपए सालाना फीस जमा कर पाओ. इससे क्या फायदा हुआ? 2 फायदे हुए. एक तो यू हैव नॉट लेफ्ट इट टिल द लास्ट मोमेंट कि जब आएंगे तब देखेंगे. तो तब you never know, life is so uncertain, and the kind of adversities that we come across on daily basis, कभी कोविड हो गया, कभी कुछ हो गया, कभी कुछ हो गया, you never know what is going to happen tomorrow, leave alone 5 years hence. और दूसरा, आपने 3,40,000 की बचत से, सालाना बचत से 5 लाख रुपए की फीस पे कर. पैसा आया कहां से? बाकी पैसा, the remaining money is coming from the interest that is accumulating on your deposit. So isn't that smart work? You have managed an annual payment of 5 lakh rupees with an annual saving of 340. 70% जमा करके आपने काम कर दिया, बाकी आपका इंटरेस्ट देख लेगा. Simple. So how do I know that this is exactly right? Is there a way to establish it? Yes. So what I will do is I am going to create a table starting from 25 to 34. Table. I am just putting a table to see कि जो value अभी हमने create किया, is it right or wrong? वो कैसे पता चलेगा कि हमको वो right है या wrong है? अगर मैं ये पेमेंट्स डालूंगा इस टेबल में तो एंड ऑफ 34 में वहां पे जीरो बैलेंस होना चाहिए. इज दैट राइट? सो आई विल स्टार्ट विद ओपनिंग बैलेंस इन दैट किटी. कहां पे? हाँ, you can do that. You can also create, you can find this out using PMT function. PMT stands for recurring payment is equal to PMT. Rate is 8%, number of years 5, present value is ये वाली value, right? No. Is equal to I'm so sorry. Is equal to PMT. Rate is 8%. Number of periods is 5. Present value तो कुछ भी नहीं है ना, जीरो है. Future value is this value 1996 355 and you will get the same result. ये देखिए आप 340 292. नेगेटिव में क्यों आया बताइए? Why did it come in negative? Because it's a cash outflow. Same concept. So you can even do it using Excel. तो आपको फॉर्मूला करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. So OB and then your deposit, annual deposit or annual saving मैं कहूँगा, and then finally your interest that you will earn, payment of fees, and whatever is left is your closing balance. So in my kitty, in this box, I start with what value? I start with zero value. And I make a deposit of how much? 340 292. अभी पहले साल तो कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं आएगा because I am making the deposit at the end of the year. So no interest. फीस पेमेंट भी नहीं होगी पहले साल में, तो क्लोजिंग बैलेंस तो वही रहेगा. This will become your opening balance for next year. Next year again I am depositing the same value, but this time I will get interest only on the opening balance because दूसरा वाला जो डिपॉजिट है वो तो साल के एंड में हुआ है, उस पर तो इंटरेस्ट आएगा नहीं, लेकिन ओपनिंग वाले में आएगा. अगेन नो फीस पेमेंट. Okay, this way I keep continuing till what? Till 2029 and see what value I get. Do I get the same value? 1996 355 जो वैल्यू यहां पे आई थी, are you getting the same value here? Which means the calculation is correct. This value becomes the opening for the next year. Again, अब हमारा डिपॉजिट का पीरियड खत्म, अब पेमेंट का पीरियड शुरू हुआ. कितना पेमेंट करना है मेरे को हर साल? 5 लाख पेमेंट करना है. Now this becomes your opening for the next year. Now there is no deposit, but again I will have to make payment of fees, and this way I need to continue till end of 2034. अब देखिए 234 के एंड में कितना बैलेंस बचता है आपके पास? जीरो बैलेंस बचता है ना, which means your calculation was absolutely correct. So what does this tell you? This also tells you that with an annual saving of rupees 3,40,292 for 5 years, I have been able to pay my fees of 5 lakh rupees for 5 years for my daughter. And the balances are exactly tying up. ये देखिए आप, your balances are tying up completely. That is why you have reached zero balance at the end of the एकदम zero balance. Which means your working was spot on. So now just see, we have done the entire problem using both Excel functions as well as formula. Leave alone that we have also validated the result using a tabular approach, which means the tabular approach is giving you exactly the same results, which means your workings are absolutely fine. So I'll stop the video here and then we'll come to questions. Yes, sir.